good day everyone. Welcome and thank you for being with us today for a new session of Axeltech On Air. Today I'm here with Stefano Grego.
Good afternoon.
Our channel director. Today is in some unusual...
As a technician,
yeah.
as an engineer.
As my help for this new session. So today, Stefano, we are going to be connected with our friends from Europe, South America, and Africa, I guess.
Maybe even Asia.
Yeah, maybe some Asian that is not sleeping yet. Okay, so hello again, everyone, and thank you for always be so generous in being with us for these live sessions. Of course, as usual, if you want to send to us any question or you have any doubt, feel free to just click on the bell here above and send us any question you might have about our nice conversation. If you are following us on Facebook, you can use the live chat as usual, okay, and we will be more than glad to answer to your question if we are able to, because we are missing the technician's part today, so let's see, okay, it's a challenge. So today we are here, Stefano, to present some nice, very nice new feature, but before that I would like to briefly reintroduce, actually, because we already introduced it, our new hybrid line. So the Macrotel Multimode family. Yes. We already had some hybrid called Macrotel X1 and X2 normally, so with 1 and 2 lines. Now we have the Multimode family. Why Multimode? Because they can manage, they can handle different kind of signals. So normally the POTS line, so the normal...
That is the traditional, like in the previous
traditional phone line. Okay, the VoIP, so voice over IP kind of signal. The Bluetooth, of course, so with any smartphone or mobile phone.
Exactly.
And of course, we also have the GSM option. Okay, we will see that later when we will mention all the options that we have available for these units. So very briefly, we can manage all the settings from a very nice web interface, so no need to download any application.
So this is the Macrotel graphical user interface through a web client.
Very, very easy GUI, very simple. So for every mode, for every kind of signal, you can manage all the different settings, so the phone settings, the VoIP settings, etc. We have different kind of settings. So the general ones, so how to hook up the phone after how many rings, etc. But moreover, I think, and more importantly, since we have a very long tradition in the processor audio quality, we introduced this kind of sound treatment in these items also. So we have a very complete range of parameters that we can manage in order to process the audio of the calls we are going to receive.
Let's say that we try to leverage on our know-how in the audio processing, even into the telephone hybrid.
Yeah, I think that this is a very, very nice way to improve our products. I mean, to translate the knowledge from one product to another one.
Last but not least, the logs. That for every kind of input we can manage specific logs.
Of course, and we can also download the logs from the USB port that you will find in the front panel of the unit.
We were just showing the settings as regard of one input, the phone.
Yes, okay.
The same are available for the other.
For every input. So we have the audio settings, the equalizer. The equalizer has normally 3 bands that you can control, so the frequency, the gain, and the Q factor, okay, for each kind of signal. And again, very important thing, you can switch during the use of the hybrid, you can switch from one source to another. You won't lose, of course, the settings. You will be able to recall the same source with the same settings in the next phone call if you are going to change the signal again. Of course, if you have the Macrotel with the two lines, so the Macrotel Multimode X2, you can manage, for example, one Bluetooth and one POTS, etc. Okay, so in every kind of different...
And you have a dedicated graphical user interface for every for every channel of the X2 version.
Of course, for every input. So another nice feature, we can record the phone calls and also we can stream them. I think that this is also a nice feature. I think that you can also record the two different input. I mean, if you are talking from the studio and you are receiving a call, they are separated. Okay, exactly. So it's also a very nice tool. So I think that we saw all the features, or at least the most important one. Of course, if you have any kind of peculiar question about some feature, do not hesitate to send us any question, and we will try to answer as soon as we can. And oh yeah, we would also mention the input and output. Of course, we have the analog input and output, but we also have an option, we will mention it later, we also have an option for the digital, AES EBU
over XLR.
Okay, perfect. So we have both options, and we also have the GPIO option, of course, the LAN that we can use for, of course, to manage the web interface. And the USB that we already mentioned. I think that, yes, that all the features, because they are really a lot, have been mentioned. So let's go deeply on the today subject, which is a seamless connection option that we integrated actually in both items, but most of it in our Oxygen 3000 consoles, which now allows you to connect directly the Macrotel, but as if it were an integrated hybrid. Oxygen 3000 already has an integrated hybrid, as you might know.
Plus a Bluetooth.
Plus a Bluetooth port. But there is the chance, if you purchase a Macrotel X1 or X2 multimode, to connect it through the LAN cable and to use it as if it were an integrated hybrid.
It's a seamless integration between the Oxygen 3000 and the Macrotel, allowing to, in fact, to extend the number of hybrid up to 5, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, up to 5. We have 5 telco ports, so we can connect up to 5 external hybrid, but if they are Macrotel multimode series, you can manage them as if they were integrated, so you can answer directly, hook up directly from the console. Stefano, can you show us please how to set this up?
I'm a demo artist, as you know.
Yeah.
It's okay. I switch on the menu side.
Yes.
The audio, move into inputs menu, telephone Bluetooth. Okay. Now it's connected to telco 1.
Okay. No.
Oh, here. Okay. Now double click here.
Okay, perfect.
And we can see. Okay, we already
choose the device.
Exactly. That's the button, and it's
here
already
we have
selected the Macrotel X1 in this case for this demonstration. Here we can adjust even the IP address if we need to tune, and that's all.
And that's all.
As you saw, it's very, very simple.
Okay, of course you can connect the Macrotel, you can assign, sorry, the Macrotel to any channel, okay, of the console, and once the phone is going to ring, you will see it from one of the lights above
and you can
of the channel, and you can hook up directly
exactly.
As if it were an integrated hybrid.
So in a way, it becomes a sort of remote control of the telephone hybrid.
Of
so
course.
you don't need, okay, once the setup are done over the Macrotel, you can work only through the console.
Okay, so you don't need any more cables or connections, just the LAN is okay. Okay, so I think this
is the overview.
This is all for today, of course.
But
this year,
we can add something about the cost, just to remind.
Of course, just to remind that we are sales, people. Yeah, thank you. For the Macrotel X1 multimode, the list price would be $795. And for the Macrotel X2 multimode, the list price would be $1,195. Okay, so if you need any offer or if you have any further question, you can always write to sales@axeltechnology.com. And thank you again for being with us today.
Well, there is a question from one of our customers. He asked about if there is some heat problem with our device. It's possible to stack one on the other.
No. You can stack the number you prefer, so they are not eating. The equipment has been designed in order to be rack mounted, so no issues as regard of that.
Yeah, it's one rack unit with normal measures, as you can see, so yeah, no problem with that.
Okay.
So thank you again for being with us today. Thank you to Stefano for being my technician today.
It's really a shame, but
we try to do our best. Okay, and as I always like to say, if we can do that, anyone can. So
that's
feel
true.
free. And thank you again for being with us today. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.